Okay, where are we and what are we doing? Well, this is a bit of a subscriber video, let you know what's going on. The more observant of you will notice, hey, we're not playing a game, this is my desktop, and the even more observant of you might notice that this isn't Kansas anymore, this isn't Windows, this is KDE Desktop, and I'm running Linux. Now, this is where there's been a duality in my passion and love for computers for years. I've been messing and playing around with Linux since the late 90s. I have had Linux running on a computer at home for at least the last 10 years. My laptop runs Linux. All the laptops, the last 3 laptops I've owned in the last 10-15 years have all run Linux. And I will often have Linux running on my desktop as well as Windows. But I've always had to keep Windows around because of gaming. But the thing is, gaming is different now on Linux, because we've had Steam on Linux now for around for a little over a year. I always used to say to myself, I'll always have to keep Windows for games, because Linux games are a bit poo, and to be brutally honest, they were. But you can't say that anymore. A lot of the games that I really enjoy playing, for instance, one of my favourites, always has been one of my favourites, I'm not going to be able to find it now, is Day of Defeat Source. I've always enjoyed Day of Defeat. And you'll often find me playing it when I want a game for me to play for me, not for making videos or playing with others. It'll be Day of Defeat. And it runs fine on Linux. A year ago, not so much. You had to use Wine and emulators. It was just easier to use Windows. So, as I say, I'm running Linux on my desktop. This is a bit of an experiment. I did this around 8 months ago. I wiped Windows, tried to live on Linux alone, as my primary, as my gaming and recording desktop. The recording was difficult. The recording still isn't perfect. I'd meant to give you something to watch whilst I was doing the recordings. It was one of my old videos, second to last one that I did. I am recording with a piece of software called Screen Studio. Seems to work. Having some audio issues at the moment. At the moment, I seem to be only getting the audio through my microphone, not through the sources. Hey, I'll figure that out. And the operating system I'm using, the version of Linux I'm using, is Solid XK. Now, Linux, the choice of different Linux distros. If you want to start an argument, or at least an animated discussion amongst Linux users, start talking about which distros to use, because there are so many different ones. It's a bit like starting an argument with Star Wars or Star Trek. AMD, Intel. You want to start an argument, start talking about which distro you're using and why you use it and why you think yours is the best and everyone else is rubbish. I don't care what distro you use. I really don't. It's a very, very subjective decision made by the user. In my case, this is right for me. Doesn't mean it's going to be right for you. Completely different. And if you are a Linux user and you have chosen a different distro, that's fine. I don't care. So, the one thing that I can't currently do is play DayZ, and that's pretty much the only thing I can't do right now that I want to do. Can't play Battlefield 4 either, but I don't want to do that either. I've had it up to here up to my eyes with Battlefield 4. I've decided a little while ago, so I'm just going to not play games I don't enjoy. And the only reason I was playing Battlefield 4 is because my old clanmates were playing Battlefield 4. What I'll do is I go onto TeamSpeak, I'll be playing something else, and we'll be able to chat, but play different games, because I'm not playing Battlefield 4 anymore. It just makes me angry. I spit the dummy and run off in a huff. DayZ is really good. I enjoy playing it on my own. The thing is, at the moment, it's under rapid development. It's still not done. We're not going to get out of alpha for at least 8 months. It's about a year after the initial release of the alpha will we go to beta, and then we're looking at another year of beta before we go to full release. There's plenty of time for me to either A, put a Windows installation on, or B, figure out how to make it run under Linux. There may be a way of getting it to run under Wine. I may be able to put an a VM on my Linux box and have it running, or I just simply pop another hard drive into my computer, install Windows 7 on that, and just have it for DayZ. I can do all of my editing under Linux. There was quite a long time when I did all of my editing in Linux. I would record, play the game and record in Windows, flip over to Linux, restart my computer, run into Linux, do my editing, and upload. And I would spend all my time in Linux and only flip to Windows when I wanted to play a game to record a video session. That may end up being how we end up working again. But for the time being, you're not going to be getting any more DayZ videos, and it is just for the time being. I will try to put up some videos, gaming videos of what it's like gaming in Linux. Sorry, I'm just watching what I'm doing on the screen. So yeah, you might see a few gaming videos come up with that. As I say, I may just throw another hard drive into my computer. I've got one laying around. Install Windows 7 on it. Install DayZ and DxStory, and be able to put up some DayZ videos for you. I may figure out how to get DayZ to work under Linux, which would be cool if I can. That will probably involve Wine, and or using a virtual. This is me getting chased by zombies, isn't it? A virtual box, so I can do it that way. So anyway, I think that should hopefully be enough. As I say, I'm using Solid XK, in particular Solid K, the home edition. So this is KDE desktop, and I'm recording with this bit of software which I found on the Linux Action Show. You can see my desktop, you see, I think Linux Action Show. This is something Linux Action Show I listen to or watch every week, and TechSnap I watch every week. I don't watch everything that Jupiter Broadcasting puts out because some of it's a bit old, but those two I definitely do. I just realised you can see everything on my desktop. You can see all my bookmarks and stuff, and there's nothing there untoward that would get me into trouble, is there? Yeah, don't be looking at those ones. No, that's something different altogether. So, thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll get this edited, rendered, and uploaded, and I will talk to you, lovely ladies and gentlemen, later. Bye bye.